17,327 emails, 23,301 cold calls. My name is Lukas Arellano, and after tens of thousands of cold outreach attempts, I've finally cracked the code on what actually gets replied to. Today, I'm going to show you how to write the most effective cold email you've ever written, one that gets opened, read, and replied. There are so many common mistakes that a beginner can make when writing a cold email, in the mindset of, what can I say to get the prospect interested? What they don't understand is what the prospect wants to hear and what will reply to, what piques their interest. And by the way, for job seekers, this goes for you as well. Trying to get a hiring manager to get an interview or give you an interview is the same thing as trying to get a meeting with a busy CEO. You're just a number in their inbox trying to break through the noise. So here are the do's and the don'ts of writing a cold email. Don't sound overly sophisticated. Dumb your emails down. Write your emails in a 3rd to 5th grade reading level. Use ChatGPT to help you with this. Emails written in a 3rd to 5th grade reading level get 67% more replies. Don't include a meeting link in your call to action. Use an interest-based CTA and you will 2x your success rate. Don't make the subject line spammable like payroll software or payroll automation. Make it extremely personalized. Don't make the email too fluffy. Don't use too many buzzwords. Make it readable and straight to the point. Take out all fluff words and buzzwords, and you can use ChatGPT to make this more precise for me or more concise. Don't rely on AI to personalize your messages. You can use AI, but make sure it's relevant. Don't lead with "I want" or "I want to show you" or "I hope this finds you well." You can see in the first 6 words of an email in the preview section. So if you use words like "I want to XYZ," they're not going to click it. Use words like "your," "you." Customers don't care about what you want. They care about what they want. So tailor that to them. Don't focus on features. Focus on benefits. So if your features can save them $20K, don't list out the features. Mention that you'll save them $20K. Now, I had a lot of fun with that and took a lot of editing, but fun aside, every one of those do's and don'ts need to be implemented when you're typing out your email templates. I put together this graphic so you can get an understanding of what this would look like. So typically, if you send 1,000 emails, 25% of them will get opened if you use this following framework. Maybe you have a 5% reply rate, which is actually really good. Mine is 3 from using this framework. And then from that, you might have a 0.5% email to meeting rate. So sending 1,000 emails will get you 5 meetings. It sounds brutal, but that's actually a really amazing stat for cold emails. Before I get into the body of the email, we need to create an effective subject line. Subject lines are key to booking meetings through emails because it opens the door to your email getting read. The best ones are short, vague, and personalized. The best examples are using a quote of theirs if they're a CEO, or the name of a YouTube video or podcast they were on, something that's so interesting to them and personal that they want to read about what you have to say about it. I remember when I owned a detailing business, a car detailing business, somebody sent me a cold email and it said, "Your local detailer," that was the name of my business. And I clicked on it because I cared about that company so much. So just think about things that relate to them but aren't just super off track and you can relate it to your email. Moving on to the body of the email, there's a couple frameworks that you can use when structuring yours. My favorite's the first, AIDA. It's attention, interest, desire, action. But here's actually a chart of a bunch of different frameworks that you can use. PASS, 4Cs, FAB, ACC, SLAP. I'm not going to go into all of those. I'll show you my favorites and we'll go from there. AIDA is the most most common, and I've had a lot of success with it. But my favorite is a combination of AIDA and the 4Cs: clear, concise, compelling, and credible. I actually came up with this acronym myself. It's called GAS with 3 S's. Grab attention, agitate the problem, show them the solution, use social proof, and have a soft close for your call to action. I've gotten countless of meetings through this framework. Let me actually show you a terrible cold email I got recently, and we'll pick apart what he did wrong and then move into how he could have written it to get me to respond. So we'll start with the subject line. If you take a look at this, it is not personalized whatsoever. He could have just used the second half of this and it would have got my attention, but YouTube SEO services, I already know he's trying to sell me something. I just did not. Right when I opened this email, I hit trash. If you look at the first line, it's not personalized at all. He did do some homework, and it's cool that he included that, and he showed me he looked at my channel. But if you look at this, he's not getting my attention. He's not building interest. He's saying, "Hey, I ran a tool and I found some problems," but it's just not very tailored. He's listing out his features, which you should never do. You should focus on the benefits. I can 10x your views, which I did for this client. And his call to action is just brutal. So this email, I don't know if he follows the framework, but it's not very good, and I would not advise you to do this. But I'm gonna, and I hope this guy's watching this, but I'll show you the email that I would have written if I were him to get me to respond. This first framework's using the AIDA. I'll show you how to use the GAS one second. They're very similar. The subject line is how to find the hiring manager on LinkedIn, because that's the video he was reaching out about. And leading with the word "it sucks" is so unconventional that it makes you want to open the email if you read this in your preview section. So it sucks getting 333 views after scripting, shooting, editing a video that took a week to produce. You got my attention. That sucked. The content's great, but you sure are hard to find. You're building interest because you're making me realize that, oh, maybe my SEOs aren't ranking high enough. Then you go straight into what you can do for me. Without me listing out too many features, you're just giving me the result. My SEO team will blow up your channel and do a damn good job at it. Once again, super unconventional, concise, and straight to the point. You have my interest. I want to read the next line. We boosted John Doe's videos, and then you could put a link to his channel or maybe attach the case study if you have one, from 100 views to 10K views in less than 30 days. Imagine getting 10K views in just one video. Gong AI is actually a very credible sales data company. They collect a bunch of sales data, and they always influence people to use the word imagine because it forces you to picture it in your head, and it's very powerful. And then the call to action is interest-based. It doesn't have a meeting link. You're not suggesting 2 days to meet. Gong, again, is proof. You'll double your replies or double your meeting rate if you use an interest-based CTA. 15 minutes could save you years of grinding. Worth the chat. But as you can see, if I just open this, the words are easy to find. There's bolded words for me to look at, and it's the most powerful ones. The email I showed you, and I'll bring it up again right here, it very fluffy, and when I saw it, I saw the subject line, it did intrigue me, and when I looked, I was like, oh gosh, this guy's trying to sell me something, it's too fluffy. None of the words stood out. You look at this, it's very personalized, concise, straight to the point, follows the framework. It is a beautiful email. Now let me move on to the next framework, which I call GAS, and it's very similar structure, but a couple of different tweaks. The subject line, I changed it up. It's very personalized. Most views, 333 in one video. I would click that and say, oh wow, he did some research, or what's he have to say about my most viewed video? The first 6 words, you spent hours. It's about me. I want to know about me. I don't want to know about the service that he's pitching me and I know nothing about him about. He understands me. You spent hours scripting, shooting, and editing and only got 333 views, which is undeserving. So he's, poking at my ego while building it up at the same time, saying, dude, you're doing great, content's great, but there's a pain here. Then you agitate the problem. This is the A section of GAS, the GAS acronym. Even great content won't get noticed if it's not showing up, where people are searching. Okay, I understand I have good content, but he's poking at the problem saying you're not getting views because you're not showing up where they should be searching. Our SEO team will get you on the front page of YouTube. Boom, solution. Social proof. We boosted John Doe's channel. Here's a link to whatever, from 100 views to 10K views per video in under 30 days. It worked for John Doe. It should work for me. John's now getting 10x the views and growing every week. Do you think this could benefit you? The interest-based CTA is huge because it's not too pushy. But here's just another example of how you can write a great email using these frameworks. If you're a job seeker, then you might want to use the GAS framework to land your job. And here's actually a template that I give my clients to land interviews, and this is one step out of many. So you grab their attention with, I saw you were hiring, BDR in the SF office, and I applied through the online portal. Weeding through hundreds of applicants to see which ones have the right skills is time consuming. To save you time, I've created an outbound strategy document to demonstrate how I'll book you more meetings with target market. And then you show them you did your research by putting in who they sell their product to. It contains cold emails as well. I've also included a quick video introducing myself. I would love to see if we could be a good fit in chat. Best regards. So you're grabbing their attention, you're agitating their problem, saying, I understand it's hard for you to look through all these applicants. Your solution is providing them proof. You don't have social proof here, so you're gonna have to provide proof, which is the most proof that you can give them. And the soft call to action is, would love to chat. Landing a job is the same thing, as I mentioned earlier, as trying to book a meeting with the CEO. So if you want a sales cadence for your job hunt, I put it for free in the description with cold call scripts and email templates on how to fill your pipeline with interviews. So feel free to check that out if you need help. If you found this video helpful, hit subscribe, the like button, comment down what you need help with below, and I'd be more than happy to make a video on it for you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.